Yeah, welcome back to my channel. Let's solve this together. First thing we need to do here is to factorize this. Okay, let's factorize this. So solution. So we are going to write that x minus 5 raised to the power of log. We can factorize 5 out of this place, right? So we have 5. Then we have 5x divided by 5 will give us what? X minus 25 divided by 5 will give us 5. Okay, is equal to 2. This is actually the first step. Then we need to do something. Let's take the log of both sides. Let's take the log of both sides. So we're going to have that log x minus 5 raised to the power of log 5 bracket x minus 5, okay, is equal to log 2. All right, so notice that we have x minus 5 here. So let's call it a term to minimize or to reduce the whole ambiguity. Okay, so let's say let x minus 5 be m. Let's call it m. So let x minus 5 equal to m. Now this is a very important equation, and because of that I'll be writing it somewhere because my board is small. So we're going to, I'll write it somewhere that x minus 5 is equal to m. That means anywhere we see this x minus 5 in this equation, we are going to replace it with what? M. All right. So we are going to have log. Anywhere I see x minus 5, I will substitute m, right? So x minus 5 is there, so it's log m raised to the power of what? Log 5m. Since x minus 5 is m, right? Is equal to log 2. Okay. Let's continue. Now at this point, what do? We know that in logarithm, when you have log a raised to the power of b, okay, that we can actually bring this b to the other side. That is, we can say b times log a. All right, so we are going to substitute, or we are going to do that here. So we are going to bring down this log to multiply log m. We are going to bring it down. So we now have log 5m dot log m is equal to log 2. Okay, but we all know also, notice that we have log 5m here. We also note that when you have log a times b, right, that it is the same thing as log a plus log b. All right, so let's go ahead and do that here. That means that log 5m can be written as log 5 plus log m, then will be multiplied by this log m here. It seems this will not work. This won't work. It's going to be equal to log 2. Okay? Okay, now let's continue. Just stick with me and you're going to see how amazing this is and the way the solution is going to come out. All right, now when you look at this, we can use this to multiply this out to open this bracket, right? So we can say log 5 times log m will give us what? Log 5 dot log m. All right, plus log m times log m is log m squared, right? So we have log m all squared is equal to log 2. All right, notice that we have log m here and we have log m here. Let's call it a variable. So let's call this this variable y. Let's use y because we already have x. X is different. That is actually what we are looking for. So let's call this y. So let log m equal to what? Y. This is another important what? Important equation. And because of that, I'm going to write it somewhere because I know I'll be cleaning this soon. So log m is equal to y. All right. So that means that anywhere I see log m here, I'm going to replace it with y. So we'll have log 5 dot y, okay, plus y squared is equal to log 2. Now, if you look at this very well, notice that we are forming a quadratic equation, right? So let's arrange it well as a quadratic equation. In quadratic equation, your y squared comes first, okay? So we have y squared plus log 5 dot y, right? That is y log 5. Okay, then this log 2, this log 2, let's bring it to the other side of the equation, and when we do that, this is plus log 2. So when it crosses this equation, it becomes minus log 2. So we're going to have minus log 2 is equal to 0. Okay, we have finally formed our quadratic equation. So at this point, I'm going to clean this side and continue from here. Okay. All right, now if you notice, the only way we can solve this is if we use the quadratic equation formula. For this formula, the formula says that this y, the variable, can be found as what? Y is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of what? B squared minus 4ac all over 2a. All right, if you don't actually know what this b, a or c are, your a is the coefficient of your y squared. In this case, the coefficient of y squared is 1. Now your b is what? The coefficient of what? Your y, which is log 5. And your c is your constant, which is minus log 2. Okay, if you want to know this in detail, I have a video in this channel that the thumbnail says the almighty formula. You are going to learn how to use this to solve any quadratic equation. So let's continue with what we are doing. Now, in this case, like I said, we are going to substitute our a, b, and c into this, and according to this place, our a is equal to 1. That is the coefficient of y squared. Our b is equal to the coefficient of y, which is log 5. Log 5. And our c is our constant, which is minus log 2. Minus log 2. Okay, so we are going to substitute these values into this particular what? Equation. So we'll have that our y is equal to minus b, that is minus log 5, plus or minus square root of our b squared will be log 5 squared, right? Log 5 squared. Okay, minus 4 dots. Our a is what? 1, and our c is minus log 2. Okay, everything divided by 2 dots. Our a is what? 1. All right, let's continue. Now, what do we do? At this point, we have that our y is equal to minus log 5 plus or minus square root of. Now, we all know that log 5 can be represented as log 10 divided by 2, right? That is log 10 over 2. All right, squared minus. Now, minus 4 times minus log 2 will give us plus what? 4 log 2 plus 4 log 2. Okay, let's continue. Now we have that at this point, we can actually do something about this place, right? Yes, because log, we all know that log, let me draw this line. We all know that log a over b is same thing as log a minus log b. Okay, so log a over b is same thing as log a minus log b. So that means that log 10 over 2 can be written as what? So we can write this as y is equal to minus log 5, okay, plus or minus square root of log 10 minus log 2, okay, log 10 minus log 2 all squared plus 4 log 2, everything divided by 2. All right, we continue. But before that, if this is actually the first time you're coming across this channel, please don't hesitate to click on that subscription button, okay, and also on your notification bell so that you don't miss my next video. All right, so let's continue. I'm going to wipe this side now. All right, continue. But we all know that log 10 is 1, right? Yes, log 10 is 1. So we can write this as y is equal to minus log 5, okay, plus or minus square root of. Now we are going to replace log 10 with 1. Yes, log 10 is 1. So we have 1 minus log 2 all squared plus 4 log 2 plus 4 log 2, everything divided by 2. All right, our y is equal to, we have what? Minus log 5 plus or minus square root of. Now I want you to see this. We have 1 minus log 2 squared. We all know that a minus b all squared, if we should expand this, which can be done like this: a minus b times a minus b, right? So if we expand this, we are going to have a times a will give us a squared, a times minus b will give us minus ab, minus b times a will give us another minus ab, and minus b times minus b will give us plus b squared, right? So if we should solve this, we are going to have a squared minus ab means minus 2ab plus b squared. So that means that if we have something like this, in this case our a is 1 and our b is what? Log 2. So that means that if we should expand this, we are going to get this. Now let's use this format and rewrite this. So it's going to be a squared, that is 1 squared. So we are going to have 1 squared, all right, minus 2ab minus 2 dots. Our a is 1, remember, and our b is log 2, right? Log 2. Okay, plus b squared, plus our b is what? Log 2, that is log 2 squared. All right, plus 4 log 2, everything divided by 2. Now let's solve. We have that our y is equal to minus log 5 plus or minus square root of 1 squared is what? 1, minus 2 times 1 is 2, times log 2 will give us 2 log 2, okay, plus log 2 squared plus 4 log 2, okay, everything divided by 2. Whew, we are getting to that place. Don't miss this fun, like stick around till the end. Trust me, you are going to enjoy it. Now we have that our y is equal to minus log 5 plus or minus square root of. Now we have 1. Now see that minus 2 log 2 and plus 4 log 2, they are similar, right? So it's just like saying 4 oranges minus 2 oranges. They have log 2 and log 2 in common. So it's just like saying 4 oranges minus 2 oranges, which will give us 2 oranges, right? So 4 log 2 minus 2 log 2 is going to give us plus 2 log 2. So we're going to have plus 2 log 2, okay, plus log 2 squared, everything divided by 2. All right, something looks familiar here. If you look closely, now notice that this is the same thing as this, right? This, what we have here is same thing as what we have here. Yes, it's same thing. This is 1 1, this is plus. The only difference is that this is plus and this is minus. All right, so plus 2 log 2 minus 2 log 2 plus log 2 squared. So if this is the same thing as a minus b all squared, now this is same thing as a plus b all squared. So if you want, just the same way we expanded this, expand this, you are going to get this. All right, whereby your a is 1 and your b is log 2. So that means we can replace this as what? A plus b squared. Our a is 1 and our b is log 2. So let's go ahead and do that. That means we can write this as what? Y is equal to minus log 5 plus or minus square root of. Now we are going to replace this as what? In brackets 1 plus log 2 squared. All right, everything divided by 2. Okay, we are getting to the solution, like we are getting to it. Not that we have gotten to the solution, but we're going there. Okay, let's continue then. Let us continue. Now notice that this square will cancel this square root. Yes, the square will cancel the square root. So we have y is equal to minus log 5, okay, plus or minus 1 plus log 2, yeah, everything divided by 2. Now let's continue. So That means that if you look at this now, we have gotten to that point of when you are using quadratic equation formula to solve your quadratic equation, you can now bring out your two values, right? But at this point, remember that we are not looking for y, rather we are looking for x. So see how we are going to bring out two cases from here and then use it to solve for y. Okay, sorry, use it to solve for what? Our x. Now we can bring out two cases here, the values of our y. So let's start with case 1. For case 1, our y is equal to minus log 5 plus or plus, we are going to take plus and leave the minus. That is for the first case. That is plus 1 plus log 2, everything divided by 2. So we are going to solve this to use it to get the value of our x. Then we are going to come back for case 2. All right, so let's continue. Now for case 1, now we write that our y is equal to minus log 5. Now note that 1 is log 10, right? Plus log 10 plus log 2, everything divided by 2. Okay, now we all know that, permit me to clean this place as well. We all know that log a minus log b is same thing as log what? A over b, right? Yes, I think we have done that. We did that earlier. So log a over b is same thing as log a minus log b. Now let's bring something like that out of this place. Yes, we can do that. Now if you look closely at this place, notice that we can rewrite this as y is equal to minus log, let's first of all write plus log 10, right? Log 10 minus log 5, okay, plus log 2, everything divided by 2. All right, so applying the rule or the law that I just explained, we can now write this as y is equal to log what? 10 over 5. Since they are subtracting, okay, 10 over 5 plus log 2, everything divided by 2. Okay, that means that our y is equal to log 10 divided by 2 is 2. 10 divided by 5 is 2, okay? Log 2 plus log 2 divided by 2. Yeah, we are getting to that. Now, our y is equal to log 2 plus log 2 is 2 log 2, right? So we have 2 log 2, just like saying 1 orange plus 1 orange, that is 2 oranges. So 2 log 2 divided by 2. So these two, we cancel these two. We now have that our y is log 2. Now you are going to see how we are going to use this y to get the value of our x. So we have not even gotten the value of our x yet. This is so amazing. This is so amazing. All right, that means our y is equal to log 2. But recall, remember what I wrote outside. Recall that log m equal to y. Log m equal to y. I told you we are going to write it down somewhere. So recall that log m is equal to y. Okay, so that means that anywhere I see y, I can replace it with log m, right? So I can now write that log m, that is, I'm now writing this particular equation. So instead of me to write y, I have to replace it with log m is equal to log 2. Is equal to log 2. So interesting, right? All right. Now by comparison, if we say log m is equal to log 2, then it simply means that our m is equal to 2. Okay, we have gotten our m. Remember that we are looking for x and not m. Now recall again, remember I wrote two things out. I told you that we are going to write it somewhere. Now the second one says x minus 5 is equal to m. Recall, there is a place we wrote, recall that x minus 5 is equal to m. Okay, so that means that I can put this m in this particular equation. So we now have that x minus 5 is equal to 2. Okay, so we are going to add 5 to both sides of the equation. So we have x minus 5 plus 5 is equal to 2 plus what? 5. So our x, because minus 5 plus 5 is 0, is equal to 7. Now this is the first solution of x the first one. Remember that all we are doing is case 1. Okay, so we have found the first value of x. So let's go ahead and find the second value. All right, so permit me to wipe this, but because we are going to be making use of this, I'm not going to clean it, so that when I say case 2, you are going to understand what I am doing. All right, now for our case 2, case 2, all right, what did we get initially? That x is equal to 7. That is the first one. All right, for case 2, we are going to write that y is equal to minus log 5. Remember that for case 1, what we wrote is plus this bracket. So for the case 2 now, we are going to write minus this bracket. So it's going to be minus log 5 minus in bracket 1 plus log 2, everything divided by 2. All right, now let's solve this case 2 to get the value of our x. Now our y can be written as minus log 5. Let's open this bracket. Note that this negative sign is multiplying this bracket, so let's multiply it and open the bracket. Now minus times 1 will give us minus 1. Minus times plus will give us minus log what? 2. Everything divided by 2. All right, now let's continue. At this point, we all know that this minus 1 here, this one here is log 10. So we are still going to bring log 10 into this. So we now have that y is equal to minus log 5 minus log 10 minus log 2, everything divided by 2. Now there is this minus minus minus. Let's just factor the minus outside the bracket and see what happens. So we now have that our y is equal to minus, I'll open my bracket. So once I bring minus, it's going to affect everything here, right? So we're now going to have log 5 plus log 10 plus log 2 here. All right, everything divided by 2. All right, now in logarithm, in laws of logarithm, we know that when you have log a plus log b, that it is the same thing as log a times b. Yes, it's same thing as log a times b. So we have log 5 plus log 10 plus log 2. Let's apply this rule there. All right, so when we do that, this is what we are going to have, that y is equal to minus bracket log, now all these things will become what? Log 5 times 10 times 2. All right, divided by 2. All right, now our y is equal to minus log 5 times 10 is what? 50. 50 times 2 is 100 over what? 2. This is in bracket, over 2. All right, so let's solve. Now we can write that our y is equal to minus, now we all know that log 100 is what? 2. Yes, log 100 is 2. Remember that we are looking for x, so this y is not the final solution. Remember that we are still going to use it to equate it to m and still equate it to x to get our solution. All right, now we have that this is minus 2 over 2. Okay, when you divide this, you are going to have that y is equal to minus 1. Since 2 over 2 is equal to what? Minus 1. Now recall, let's recall again that log m is equal to y. That means anywhere I see y, I should replace it with minus 1, right? That means we can write that log m is equal to minus 1. But we all know that minus 1 is same thing as minus log 10. Since 1 is log 10, right? That means, oh, I hope you are enjoying this with your popcorn. All right, so that means that we have log m is equal to minus log 10. Now remember again that when you have, for example, 2 log 3, that you can write it as what? Log 3. We are going to bring this 2 up, okay? So it becomes an exponent. So we are going to do the same thing here. This minus here, the coefficient of what we have here is minus 1. Is minus 1, even though that one is not there. but the coefficient is -1. So that means we can rewrite this as log m is equal to log 10 raised to the power of -1. Okay, now having done that, we can now by comparison say that m is equal to 10 to the power of -1. We are still looking for x, so our m is equal to 10 to the power of -1. So we now have that m is equal to 10 to the power of -1. That means m is 0.1. Okay, now recall again. To do that, let me clean this place. We are almost there. Okay, thank you for sticking around. Thank you. And if you have any shorter method of solving this, please do not hesitate. And to confuse those that did not watch to this stage, if you actually watched to this stage, at the end of this, after watching, please comment. What are we going to say? Comment nice in the comment section. Just comment nice. Let's confuse those that did not watch to this stage. All right, so our m is equal to 0.1. all right, now recall that we wrote it somewhere that x minus 5 is equal to m. Recall that x minus 5 is equal to m. So that means that we can write that x minus 5 is equal to our m is 0.1. Now we can add 5 to both sides of the equation. So we have x minus 5 plus 5 is equal to 0.1 plus 5. All right, so this and this will go, right? Because this and this will give us 0. That means that x is 0 plus 0.1 plus 5 will give us 5.1. Therefore, our x is equal to 0 and our x is also equal to 5.1. So our x is equal to 7 or what? 5.1. I love you so much. Thank you so much for watching and do have a great day. Bye.